Yesterday was June 6th, 2019, the 75th anniversary of Operation Overlord, also known as D-Day on June 6, 1944. I actually had two uncles there, one of them who served in the Army and stormed the beaches of Normandy, and I had one that was in the Navy. Both survived that day. The one that served in the Navy went on to serve his country for 35 years in the Navy. The uncle that was in the Army, I actually have a patch and a badge from a German soldier that he killed that morning that I have in my possession. In remembrance of those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for preserving worldwide freedom, this evening on June 7th, we are playing Operation White Box, which is based on the White Box system. It's written by Pete Spahn of Small Niche Games. The mission this evening is called Operation Watchtower. Our players are members of the 82nd Airborne Paratroop Division. They find themselves having to jump out of their plane early due to it being hit by enemy fire. Little do they know they will find themselves soon in the wrong drop zone, way far from where they were supposed to originally drop at. And they're also way too far behind enemy lines without any immediate support. They make one radio transmission to get orders on what they're to do. They are informed to proceed to a small village that is north of the main town of Caen, France, which I believe records would show it was about 50,000 population, and turned into a pretty fierce battle several days after the initial landing. They're ordered to a very small village by the name of Cambrai, and they're ordered to lay low, try to go ahead and secure the village, take out any bridges or any traffic support roadways or anything, and hold the village, and they'll have support there as soon as they can. Yang, tell me how you feel as you feel your plane is being hit and you get the order to go ahead and jump as you go to the open bay door and start to jump into the night sky, and all you can see is the multicolored tracer fire coming up from the ground, and you hear the flak and see the smoke, knowing that you may go down with the plane also. Tell me about who you're going to play and what your thoughts are as you parachute down into the dark.
Tonight I'm going to be playing Jim Wilson. He's a second-class lieutenant from New York, and also the other character I'm going to be playing is Sam Rhodes from Seattle, Washington. Both of these guys are hardened, all-American 82nd Airborne members, and they're used to jumping out of plane, but for some reason, obviously because their plane's being hit, and this is they're going to be jumping into enemy hostile territory. Their hearts basically pumping out of their chest, and both of them are utterly scared, but they look at each other and all of their other comrades, and they say, "Yeah, we can take this. It's no problem at all," says Jim Wilson. And Sam Rhodes, he just basically nods, and it's like, "Yeah, we're gonna get the job done." And watching the countryside below them, they grit their teeth and jump out of the plane, clutching their gear. Yep.
Perfect. Make me a saving throw as you parachute down to the dark ground that you cannot see.
Oh man, I rolled 1 for Jim.
We're just going to do one character, so just do Jim for now.
Okay, I rolled 1.
Oh wow, that's not a good way to start. Now, you'll take 2 points of damage as you get yourself to the ground, and you feel a sting in your leg, and you look down at your leg and see that evidently one of those rounds coming up into the night sky is punctured into your leg, and you are bleeding. As you'll take 2 points of damage from that. You see the rest of your squad that is coming down and seem to be safely landing as they're cutting the chutes and getting the equipment together. You don't see any close by threats coming. You've landed into a field and you start hearing the noises of some cattle that are mooing and pretty much ignoring all of this tremendous firefight going on around them in the night sky. As the plane starts to proceed down, Crystal, tell me about who you're going to play and what your thoughts are as you see the plane next to yours hit and start going down, but you see some of the paratroopers making it out of it.
I'm going to be playing William Brooks. Before Brooks saw this plane going down, he's sort of walking through the cargo, trying to make sure everyone's doing all right. Of course, he can tell his men are nervous. They're, this is now, this is for real. They're going to be, doing something, real big. It's not training anymore. Brooks speaks up and says, all right, this is what we've all trained for. This is why we're all here. This is the big one. You keep your heads down. You keep your mind sharp, and we'll all be making it out of here alive. Be home before Christmas. And then he starts seeing the fire from the ground actually goes and starts piercing through their neighboring plane. And for just a moment, there's that oh shit feeling as he sees everyone jumping out. But he knows he has to be strong for his men. He yells to everyone, "Get ready!" as he clicks himself in his parachute into the hangar, just knowing that fire is going to be hitting them at any moment.
Yeah, and as you're doing that and your men are clipping on, also that you're not close to the drop zone where you're supposed to drop, but you get the order all of a sudden to go ahead and jump to help secure and support the troops from the plane that just jumped. So as you jump to the ground, you and your squad, make me a saving throw.
Uh, 15.
Yep, that's a pass. You are able to land and find some mushy ground. It's a lot of it. You see some small water. It appears that some of the fields have been flooded, possibly by the Germans in expectation of this. But you find yourself on the ground as the rest of your squad is gathering up the equipment and stuff, and you notice some more of the paratroopers, and some of their parachutes that are close by to you.
Brooks will grab his gun, and after he cuts himself out of his chute, he grabs his gun and he'll begin trying to find a good rendezvous spot for everyone so that they can gather together and make a plan.
You're able to do that. We jump back to Jim. Jim, what are you going to do about addressing the leg wounds you have at this point, or are you going to try to go on with it for now?
Seeing that it's basically a flesh wound, a grazed bullet, he limps for a couple of minutes, but he says, "Hey, I'm a death from above, all American. We go all the way." And he looks around and tells his men to gather up so that he can reconvene with the rest of the troops. And looks at him and says, "Sir, your leg, it's bleeding." But he looks at him and says, "Don't worry about it, soldier. Let's go and get our stuff done." And he just moves on.
Yep, you're able to put forth the grits and the guts of knowing that that's merely a wound that can be addressed later. The mission itself and securing, knowing you're way far behind enemy lines of where you're supposed to be, that you can address that later. You see the other troopers come down and know that they've come from the neighboring plane. As y'all are all gathering together, both squads can converge and get together at this point to form.
Okay, so I guess we will converge, and I guess we would all know each other like really well, right? I mean, we've all
Oh
probably
yeah.
trained together and everything, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so Brooks, you know, he goes over to find Jim, and you know, he notices Jim limping a little bit and sees the blood, but you know, knows also Jim's the tough guy. He'll power through. So he just goes up and like, all right, Jim, uh, what's the situation here? What are we gonna do?
Well, we just landed south of the bay here, so we'll just need to reconvene, locate that communication center, blow it up, and we'll wait for the rest of the remaining English to join us, and we'll be able to fortify that location.
All right. All right, let's get an exact beat on our location first. Brooks is going to call over like anyone who has like a map, compass, and if anyone in the squad has like a tarp, he'd want to like get under a tarp so that he can turn his flashlight on, so that he won't make any light.
Yep. As soon as you do that and prepare to do that, you start looking. You and the lieutenant and a couple more, maybe the sergeants or whatever. You start seeing that you are way far off of where you were supposed to be. In fact, you are closer to the beaches where the British and Canadian troops are supposed to land that morning. You're nowhere close to where the American forces are landing. You research and you see that a small town, maybe just even a hamlet by the name of Cambrai, is very close to you. And about that time, your radio goes off. The corporal brings it to you and he says, headquarters, they've got a message. We've reporting us to go to this small hamlet and try to lay low and secure it. There should be a minimal resistance there. They say they'll have a support there, hopefully within 24 hours or less. But they want us to go there and secure everything, make contact. If there's any kind of German communications or any kind of bridges to set charges on to make sure that they don't get any kind of support themselves through the. If you have any questions, I've still got an open line for just a moment.
All right, sounds good. All right. So I turn the light off, get out from under the tarp. I quickly start assessing all the men, telling them what our orders are, and from there, since we now kind of know where we're at, we'll start trying to make a direct way to that small town.
Yep, you get everybody together. You get your equipment that you'll need. And start moving it. It's dark. I mean, you jumped a good 4 to 6 hours ahead of sunlight as you're moving in the dark. There is some moonlight that is illuminating enough for you to see where you're going as you're making yourself across part of this wet, swampy ground. And you make it way to a road. And sure enough, you find a little sign written. Says Cambrai, C-A-M-B-R-E-S, and pointing back up this road you're going as you maneuver along into the dark. Everything else is quiet. There's still quite a bit of anti-aircraft fire in the skies coming from behind you where you landed, but everything going the direction you are is pretty quiet, it appears to be.
That's why
Okay.
my patented
As we travel, Brooks would like to keep everyone like off the road. We don't want like not on the main road. So, are there any like thickets or anything near the road?
You run across some hedgerows, of course. There are hedgerows off and on scattered throughout.
Okay. Yeah. So if we could just stay near any kind of, if there's any kind of woods or anything like that, just stay near those, but not necessarily be traveling through them. But just not get on the main roads themselves as we're traveling.
Yeah, you can progress along these hedgerows, but there's actually no forested area here. I mean, this is all farmland.
Okay. All right. That's fine. How far away are we from this town as we're traveling?
You would think traveling on foot and being cautious about it, you would think it's probably going to be about a 10 to 15-minute walk. Probably you're just guessing.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. I guess there's no way we could know if there's any kind of like artillery or anything like that in the area, right? I mean, like as far as the AA that shot down our plane, like we don't see any nearby AA fire from the ground, right?
No, not the direction you're going. It's all coming from behind you, closer back to the beachhead itself.
Okay. All right.
What about Jim? Anything he would want to do as you're preparing to go to this small hamlet village?
He's looking at the map basically upside down, and he's turning it back to the right way, and he's saying, "Hey, Will, where exactly are we here? I'm looking at it, and it seems like we're supposed to head toward Cayenne, but we're in Cambrai. Cambrai's? What do you make of this?" And then he holds up the map, and basically not showing the rest of his men, that he's actually lost, but he's going up to, his friend over there and trying to get the bearing on where exactly he is supposed to be.
And as you do that, you see the map showing a circle of where Cambrai is and seeing where you're going to have to maneuver as you're above it.
On this map, are we like to the south of that or to the north or what?
Oh, you would be up north of it to see where Cannes is. That's the big city. You're not anywhere close. You're way up out of range above where it says the battle for Cannes.
Okay, all right. So there's no rivers or anything that we're passing through?
Nope, not here. There isn't.
Okay, but to the east of this town, there is a bridge, right, going over those rivers?
Yeah, you've been informed that once you get close to Cannes and stuff, that there is quite a bit more bridges and things. But
how far away would that bridge be from that town?
You would know, probably guessing that it would be way out of way right now, but it would be would be going so farther into deep enemy territory that it would be a great risk to go that way.
Yeah, Will, it seems like we're gonna be about 2 clicks north of Cannes here. If we travel about half a click, we may see some enemy resistance down south. So, should we make our way, expecting some heavy resistance?
Well, according to command, the town should have only light resistance. So let's just stick with the plan that command's given us for now.
All right, then. Death from above, all the way. Search and destroy, that's what I'm talking about.
Y'all proceed on, 5 minutes, still quiet, 10 minutes. Then you get to where the road starts going into what you can appear, and you start seeing, outline of buildings in the moonlight, and you see one building that you would appear to be some type of church with this huge open steeple with a bell tower in it. And you would know it's on the outline of town there as you're approaching it.
As we're approaching it, and we can see it, Brooks will get all the men to get down, and Brooks says, "Lazy eyes, bring me those binoculars." And one of his men come up with a pair of binoculars. It's actually one of his men who are on the mortar team. And Brooks grabs the binoculars from him for a second, and he starts to look through onto the town. Definitely up in that bell tower. He wants to look really good, see if he can see anything, because that looks like it would be a good sniping spot.
I'll give you a small chance because it's 2 a.m., roughly 2 a.m., you would think. So it's going to be very hard to see through binoculars from where you're at, but I'll give you, roll me a d6.
Okay. 4.
Yeah, it's you try to tone in and look, especially at the bell tower, and to see if it's maybe some kind of set up watchtower of a sniper post or any kind of a outlook, and you can't see anything, any kind of movement or something. It's just too dark.
All right. Brooks hands lazy eyes back his binoculars, and he says, "Let's keep it low as we're going through here."
You see anything?
Nothing but dark.
I'm gonna send out a couple of my scouts out there to check out what's waiting for us out there.
Yeah, you want to send a couple squad members on up closer to the edge of where it turns into the village, you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna send out 2 of them to the best guy and find out, do a quick recon.
Perfect. As they get closer to the village and start seeing some more outlying buildings and stuff along the main street of the village, just passing inside from what you would think is this church with the large steeple, they see a small building, and parked outside of that, they see one of these parked, and they see what appears to be a German soldier standing next to it smoking a cigarette.
Nice. The instruction for the scouts would be to basically just recon, not to engage anything unless they come under heavy fire. Spotting that, they would basically circle around to locate any other vehicles, try to get the full logistics of the enemy, and then come back within half an hour.
Yeah, roll me a d6. You can roll it twice, one for each of them.
I got 2 and 4.
The one that rolled the 2, as he's watching this Kubel wagon parked out there, and the one German soldier, and y'all don't see any more vehicles that are parked in the open streets or anything, but you do see another soldier come out and join that one as they start laughing and joking, and it appears they're pointing up in the sky. And none of them would. I don't guess your guys, they probably won't speak German, so they don't know what they're saying, but they're standing there smoking cigarettes. But you see 2 soldiers that are standing out next to this wagon at that point before they leave to come back to you.
Cool. Nice. Basically, my character, Jim, asks him, did you see any roads? What are the major roads and any other bridges? Tell me what you saw on the way down there.
Yeah, and they relay all the information to all of y'all of what they saw. And and one of them probably would reiterate, it appears maybe once for all command was right, it seems to be lightly fortified.
Cool. All right, yeah. Jim reconvenes and shares that information with Brooks. And suggests, hey, so how about we mount an attack? It doesn't seem like there's going to be just one vehicle there. Just call it a hunch. But if we could, locate a couple of them, then I'm pretty sure that they got a squad over there. So we could surround the area, approach them from 2 different directions.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good idea to me. I'll take my squad to the west, and you guys head on over to the east, and we'll move in together.
We'll confuse them with their attack.
You broke up, young. I didn't catch that.
You think we're gonna surprise them with that pincer attack?
That's what I'm hoping. Lord be willing.
because it's middle of the night. These crowds won't know what hit them.
All right. Keep the chatter low. Let's move out.
So Jim, leads his 10 men, in one direction, but he instructs the same scouts to basically, he instructs the snipers to take out those two guys that are near the vehicle. We don't have a silencer, do we?
Nope.
Actually, he's going to instruct the scouts to basically sneak up there and cut their throats while, a couple of other guys hide in the bushes to basically cover them should they come upon, enemy ambush, or if other soldiers were to approach them.
So you want to send 2 members of your squad up there to try to sneak up on them, you say?
Yeah, but being careful if they were to approach that vehicle, and if they think that there are other eyes that might catch their approach, then they would probably abort or give a hand signal to change the plan. But yeah, I'm instructing 2 of the scouts to actually get in closer to see if they are able to, sneak up from the back and cut the throats of the 2 German soldiers.
Yeah, and once y'all get this plan into motion and start putting it into play, when they get back up there, they notice just the one guard or one German soldier that is staying by the wagon now. The other one is disappeared. Who knows, back into the building, or who knows where he went. You only see the one guard now.
Is there a radio, or are they like giving hand signals, or how would we communicate from far away?
Yeah, y'all would have to. Yeah, everything would have to be by hand signals and such.
Okay, then their instruction would be to basically stay in visible range, not to go too far. But if they report back there is only one German soldier, they're instructed to hold that place until they could report more findings.
All right. William, your squad and stuff, as you're seeing this going on, I'm sure are getting some kind of information about it. Anything you would like to do is you're going to get close enough where you see the Kubel wagon and the one soldier standing by it.
SeaWorld for taking the killer.
Yeah. So this wagon is parked in front of like a building, right?
Yeah, it's parked right in front of a small stone building there.
All right. William looks over to one of his men, Kevin Hampton, and he gives Hampton signals to go look through the windows of that building. Stay low. Go see if you can look through the windows and see anything.
Yeah. What side of the building is he wanting to come to?
Well, like we're coming around the east side, right? So yeah, I guess just like on that side, like definitely not the front of the building, but just like like call it the right side, I guess.
All right. Yes, he's going to do that by himself and move up that way. Roll me a d6.
At 6.
Yeah, he stumbles or something and maybe steps across some rocks or something at that point, and you hear he hears the voice. Was ist das? And he starts hearing boot steps running on the stone towards his direction.
How far away is he from like the back of the building?
We'll say 20 feet.
Okay. He's hearing boot feet come towards his direction, right?
Appears that they are coming that way, correct.
Are they coming from the front of the building? What?
Yes, they are.
Okay. All right. So I'll tell you what he's going to do. He's quickly gonna just press himself up to the side of the building and grab his knife, and whoever comes around that corner, he's just gonna stab him. And he'll attempt to, like, stab him up in the gut and, like, keep him quiet if he can. But, like, I mean, as soon as they come around that building, they won't expect him to be there, hopefully.
Yeah, he's able to get around the edge of the building before he sees anyone, and he hears another German voice. It's a little bit deeper than he knows it's another German soldier. The rest of you who are facing and watching the front of the building, you see a larger German come out. It's not the one that was noticed by the scouts earlier, but you see he's a larger, appears to have some type of sergeant stripes on. He's carrying a submachine gun as he walks out. And let's see, William, you speak German, don't you?
Yeah, William can speak basic German.
You would understand basically he's laughing at this other soldier, and you basically get some words out of Youngin. You let the cat scare you again, so there's nothing to be scared of. It sounds like he's yelling around towards that other soldier.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that Hampton is just standing there. He's probably not at this point looking for signals. He's probably waiting, see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and the scuffling boot steps of a running soldier have stopped before they reached him. After you hear the other voice, speak out in German. Of course, he wouldn't understand it, but William understood basically of what the other guy said.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Does Hampton hear the guy walk away or anything?
Yeah, Hampton can kind of hear. Maybe he's looking around there where he's standing at, but it seems like minutes, but I'm sure it's a mere 20 or 30 seconds later. He can hear. It seems like he's walking back to the front of the building.
Okay. Hampton puts his knife away, but he still wants to complete what he's been sent out here to do. So he's gonna try to press himself towards the building and very slowly make his way up towards the window.
Yeah, roll me a d6 again. I'll give you a better chance now.
All right. 1.
Perfect. He waits for the maybe he hears the voices around the front of the building, and they dissipate again. You probably would think either one or both of them went back into the building. He's not for sure, of course, but he makes it to a window where he can look in, and it appears he sees a German soldier, but it's sitting there with some type of communications headset. It appears to be at a radio, and he's monitoring a radio.
Is he the only guy in the room?
Yep, that's all he sees is one guy so far.
Okay. All right, he'll begin making his way back then.
All right. He can get back.
Was that just like a one small room that was in the back or something?
Yeah, it's like the room he saw was a small. It wasn't the main room of the building. He would know it'd be a smaller offshoot room.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So he comes back to the group, and he would, he reports what he found.
All right. The rest of you would have seen the German sergeant, go back into the building after chastising the private with the rifle. The private returns to the front of the Kubo wagon. He's keeping watch. The sergeant's back in the building. That's what the rest of y'all would have seen.
Yeah, and you would have seen when that sergeant and everything was running up. Raymond, one of our men, Raymond, he would have had his rifle up immediately, ready to fire on that guy. But once he saw the guy, stop, and he heard something in German, and Brooks put his hand on Raymond's barrel and shook his head no, and so Raymond slowly put his gun back down. But you can tell he's still sort of on edge, waiting for those guys to run back out at any moment.
Yeah, and after you get back and have your squad meeting, and traverse information across each other, you would know now that there's at least 3 adversaries there. You would know.
Cool. So Jim looks at the other guys, and also Brooks. All right, how about we blow this a building to smithereens? You have a location on that communication room?
I'm not sure how Jim trying to communicate with Brooks?
Yeah, Jim's asking Brooks to, basically tell him what his men found out in terms of, uh, you know,
Like in
of that room where he found a soldier using the communication device. Is it
uh,
near a window? Is it like near the back of the building? Sort of like the general, uh, location of that particular room.
right, but you went on the opposite side of the building, right? So you're not with us.
Yeah, but that may be my fault, Crystal. I misunderstood. I thought eventually all of y'all joined back together after you gathered your information. That may be my misunderstanding too. I thought all of y'all got back together.
Okay, all right, yeah. So all right, if we gathered back together, then yeah, then we would tell them, exactly where that room seemed to be. Brooks says though, like charging in would be might be kind of a reckless idea, as they still don't know exactly how big the numbers are. They only know that there's at least 3 men there.
Yeah.
And there could be, there could be many more. So it wouldn't be a good idea to go running into the building and blowing stuff to smithereens or anything like that.
Jim
But
says, well, our mission is to destroy the communication center. Located one of them. I have we have 40 rounds of mortar, rounds of rocket propelled things. I would say we make good use of our mortar and try to that device is located. And we aim to there's movement, with guys blow them out with a round of a RPG.
if we hit this building with a mortar, we're going to alert the whole damn town that we're here. Like, besides, like, it would be a better idea to try and capture that radio so that we could use it for our own purposes.
Well, we got our own radio, right?
We have a backpack radio. So, that's a long, communication device in there.
Well, Brooks, I don't know, but my order was to destroy the communication center. We don't know if the communications. I would say we just then move on to our next.
Well, our orders at this point are to secure this town and to make sure that, not as much reinforcements get through.
Yeah, and Crystal, in case you missed it, the orders also were to destroy and defray any kind of German communications. In case you did miss that.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, then let's set up some men out here for some mortars.
We could move about 200 meters.
You're like breaking up really bad, Jan.
What was that, Brooks?
You're breaking up really bad. I can't understand anything you're saying right now.
Yeah, we're gonna move about 200 meters back, and then have a first class Thompson here calculate the distance, and we'll try to hit that building. And then we got 2 for you. So the other one we're gonna use to the damn wagon, the wagon.
As y'all are trying to make your plan, both of you roll me d6.
That John says open his own eyes to the damaging effects of captivity.
They are being subjected to
4.
I got 2.
That causes cataracts.
Jim,
They're swimming in chemically treated.
you watch and observe as you're making your plan. You look back towards, you hear maybe a tinkle of a bell, like you would think it's on a bicycle or something. And you look up and you see what appears to be this young adult French girl that is pulled up next to the Cuba wagon on a bicycle talking to the German soldier.
Ah, for the love of God, civilian. Damn it. Just our luck. I told you we should have moved quicker. We probably shouldn't use the mortar to.
Yeah, but there could have already been civilians in there. This is why the mortar is a bad idea.
Wow.
For now, we have surprise on our side, and we need to keep it that way as long as we can. Let's move around the town some more and see what else we can find.
All right, then. Sounds good to me.
How long do y'all want to spend if you try to maneuver and search out, send out some scouts to look at them? It's a very small hamlet village. You would think there's not many people who actually live here, being this close to the bigger city of Cannes. But how long would y'all want to spend scouting out the rest of it?
An hour, let's say.
Good hour, okay. Yeah, and you would know that would put you probably, you're guessing by what you've been told and looking at your military watches, you'd know if you spend an hour, after that it's going to be about 2 hours till the sun comes up. So you're able to do that. You'd find no more type of German vehicles parked anywhere. You see nothing else that would indicate of any German presence in any other buildings. All the houses and buildings appear to be dark, of course. There's no more French civilians that are seen or encountered. If somebody watches the girl in front of the wagon with the German soldier, she's still there. You would probably guess. I mean, you would know this being young yourselves that probably she sneaked out of the house to come talk to him.
I don't see what these damn girls see in these German rats.
Money. I suppose they're offering her some money and bread, that's all. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm sure that he's not giving it for free either.
Does any of your men speak French?
Actually, yeah. Clark. And one of the men stepped forward.
Well, we could have a couple of guys, look around and talk to that girl if she were to move away from them. I mean, we could cross our fingers, and if she, moves away from these guys within half an hour or something, we could talk to her and find out how many.
Yeah, we don't know how loyal she is to them. I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, she's French, that's for sure. And she knows that if we're here with a bunch of men, then she'll be supporting us rather than, cater to these damn crowds.
Using my superior, what's it called? My superior planner, can I see anything wrong with the plan of sending someone to speak to her?
Yeah, let me read that real quick. I've got it pulled up here in my book. So the plan is that you want to send one of your soldiers up there to speak to her while she's speaking to the German soldier. Is that correct?
He was saying let her walk away and then speak to her.
Oh, if she walked away to approach her. Okay, I missed that part.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't be actually going anywhere near those German soldiers. If she were to go inside, then they would be certain that there civilians inside. Not, if she were to walk away from them, probably get her to divulge information about how many German soldiers are in it. Basically, get the intel on what's going on within that building.
This is the first thing that comes across your mind, William, as this plan is being discussed, is realize that time is not a factor for you now. You have approximately 2 hours to daylight, knowing that the big invasion itself is happening at daylight that morning. You know your orders were to secure this village and knock out any communications as soon as possible. You would know that. You would also know that, if you wait on this girl, is she going to stay to daylight, or is she going to stay right before daylight and sneak back home, or does her family actually know what she's doing, and who cares how long she stays, or it's an iffy deal to do that, you would think, but it's also could work out in your favor too.
Yeah, we don't know how long that girl's going to be there, and truth be told, we probably should have already moved in.
At the beginning of the plan, he said, let's wait like 20 minutes and see if she goes in or if she moves away. If she doesn't do anything like that within 20 minutes or so, then we could, basically move in.
I mean, we've already spent an hour scouting out the town. It's only 2 hours before the sunrise. We still have this surprise on our side. I think we should just move in now and do what we need to do.
All right, then.
I mean, I don't want to involve civilians in this, but waiting longer, every minute we wait is one more minute that we could get caught.
Okay. Yeah, you got a good point there, Brooks. How do you want to do this? You want to basically burst open the door and then have some of our guys go inside? Or you want to take out those, officers or whoever that's lounging around that wagon?
Yeah, let's see if we can take out the guy lounging around the wagon silently. Send someone else up to get the girl at the same time. Keep her quiet.
All right, I'm going to have my sniper Jackson take care of that fellow over there. And then he turns to one of his men and says, Jackson, get to your position. Take out that the guy next to the wagon.
All right, Clark, I want you going up. I want you to grab that girl. Keep her quiet. Do whatever you need to do. Hampton, Edwards, you're on me. And Williams is Brooks is going to start. Williams, Brooks, whatever. He's gonna take those two men, and he's gonna start moving up towards the east side of the building.
Okay. What distance, Jan, is your guy going to be? He's just going to take a rifle shot at this guy?
Yeah, he's going to be about 150 meters away. Or I'm going to say, actually, let's make that 150 feet, actually.
Yep. And William, you're going to try to have a couple guys be close enough that if the soldiers hit, to try to grab the girl before she reacts?
Yeah.
All right.
And then my other men, like me and my other men, like hopefully we can do a pincer position like on the building. So when they start coming out the front, we'll just start unloading on them. When the Germans start coming out the front.
All right.
So, I mean, for my guys, I'm gonna have one sniper train his rifle at one of the guys that are standing near that vehicle. Another guy is going to have the RPG aimed at the door of the building. And the other artilleryman is going to calculate the distance and basically approximate the rough area where the roof of that communication room would be. So, basically they're going to be on standby. So, with in coordination with Brooks, if he moves in and gives us a signal, then the sniper is gonna go first, and then depending on whether a bunch of guys rush out of the building or not, the RPG guys gonna stand on standby. But
all right.
Yeah, so that's the current plan right now.
All right, let's put it in motion. Let your sniper try to take out the German soldiers talking to the pretty French girl. He can have a +1 to his hit roll.
Okay. He looks over to John for communication from Brooks, whether if Brooks's man, Superman or Clark, is in place. Brooks, should we go ahead and take a shot? Or?
Yeah, I mean, your guy would see like my men are in position, and yeah, Brooks would give the go ahead.
Okay, so as the hand signals relay, the sniper nods and he takes aim, and he goes, "Here we go." And let's see, he rolls 17 plus 1, so 18.
Yep, and it'll be D6 damage.
They absolutely freaked out. Both of them start making
Roll 2.
incredibly upset.
Oh, you chopped up real bad, Young. I didn't
It'd
hear
be a D6 plus 1, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I rolled 2, so it's 3 points of damage.
Yeah, 3 points of damage.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Tell me what happens when the bullet hits the soldier and then it appears he falls to the pavement, the stone pavement, not moving. Then.
Yeah, it's dark of night, and all of a sudden there's a little flash about 150 feet away. So it's not too far. So there is a loud bang. It goes, and the German soldier drops, and there's a hole in the wall right now.
The French girl starts screaming at the top of her lungs.
Okay, as soon as we hear the gunfire, Clark is going to run up and try to put his hand over that girl's mouth.
Roll me I'll tell you what, we're going to do D20 to see who goes first. Roll me just a D20, no modifiers.
Okay.
Let me know what you get.
19.
Yep, you will be able to go first. You hear noise coming from inside the building. You're able to run up and grab the girl, put your hand over her mouth.
Okay, at the same time that Clark is going to grab the girl and put his hand over her mouth, on the opposite side of the building, from what I'm understanding, the opposite side of the building is where the radio guy is. So Joseph is going to run up to that window where the radio guy is, and he's just going to open up burst fire into that room, shooting and trying to shoot the radio guy.
Yep, before he is able to do that, you've grabbed the girl. Of course, she's resisting you. She has no idea who you are. She's resisting you as you're grabbing her. You just have one guy with her, right?
Yeah, Clark. Now Clark is like my backup character. Is there any way I can use his charmer ability, or will you not allow that?
You may can, but something happens pretty much simultaneous as you grab her before you can try to talk to her.
Okay.
You see the large German sergeant run out the front door with his MP40, and he starts shooting. He takes a shot, burst fire towards you and the girl. It's seeing that you're an enemy soldier. And he is going to hit. Let's see. He hits both of you. The girl falls to the ground, apparently dead, and you'll take 3 points of damage. William?
Do you want me to put that damage on my backup character, or?
Yeah, just since he's the one that run up there and done it, since he's your actual backup, just take 3 points off of his deal.
All right. Okay.
What we'll do now is we'll just go straight into initiative since all this happens pretty much the same time. Initiative just straight, we'll do individual, straight D6. Jim, you can actually have a +1 because you're kind of still hid, your people are. William, all your just roll straight D6, no modifier.
Okay. For each person?
No, just one.
Okay.
Everybody acts on the same. What'd you get, William?
I got a 6.
William with a 6. What'd you get, Jim? Oh, I didn't hear
I got
you,
18
young.
plus 1. I got 18 plus 1, so that gives him 19.
No. Roll a D6. D6 plus 1.
Oh, okay. Oops. I got 6.
So that's with a plus 1?
Yep, 7 plus 7 with that plus 1.
All right. Jim, what would you like to do as you see all this go on? You and your squad are a little bit further away, but what would you like to do?
Yeah, so he had the RPG guy train his RPG towards that door. So with that he signals Rocco to let loose that RPG round, a single round, and it flies to the door.
All right. Roll 2d6 plus 2 damage.
Do I have to roll to hit?
Nope. It's going to hit the building. You're going to hit the building somewhere. So roll
Okay.
2d6 plus 2.
4 plus 3, 7. 9 points of damage.
William, your character takes 9 points of damage as he's caught in the 30-foot radius blast as the bazooka hits the front door. The German sergeant is obliterated. German sergeant falls to the ground, obliterated. Part of the Cuba wagon is blown up, and the front door is now wide enough for a whole squad to run in. Is your character still up, Crystal?
Yeah, I'm still up.
Nothing.
I can't understand why you would do that.
I had no idea you were that close.
We've established that I was at the building.
Yeah, but I knew that you were.
Whatever, it's done.
I didn't know that you were actually.
Okay, well, I guess I don't need to kill the radio guy anymore. I'm assuming he's dead too.
You don't know that yet. You can assume, but you don't know that. You do know the front of the building has a big hole in it, and nobody's running out of it right now.
All right. Does he have more turn left, or?
It is actually up to you now at a 6. You can any of your people can go. They all go on your turn.
Yeah, like I said, just
wait just a minute. Let's make sure that Jim. Did you any of your other people want to do anything, Jim?
He also has that round, the mortar round, that was trained towards the back of that building where that communication device would have been. So that soldier.
You're gonna blow me up again?
No, you're not that close to that place.
Yes, I am. I'm on the building.
I mean, how large is this building?
You would know that would be taking a chance for sure. I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, especially the lieutenant would know that if you shoot a mortar at the back of that building, you would know that William could be in the blast radius of it.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any chance that it's going to hit him, he's not going to do that. All right. Yeah, I mean, he's basically going to send the remaining guys to basically rush in and storm the building then.
All right. Your squad runs up to the building. They see, I'm sorry, Crystal, I can't remember your backup character's name. What was his name?
Superman.
They see Superman laying on the ground there, appears to be almost mortally wounded, severely wounded, but he still seems to be alive. The German sergeant is completely dead. The girl is dead. The French girl is dead. Of course, the soldier was dead from the sniper bullet. But as they enter the building, they see 2 more German soldiers that are the bodies. And as they make their way to the back of where you would think the communications room is, it still seems to be fairly intact. The gentleman who was sitting at the desk with the headset and stuff, he's shouting a bunch of stuff out across the radio in German.
Wait, how did he have enough time to do that? It was my turn.
No, that was Jim's people. Not it was all of his people that did that. His squad did that.
Okay.
But it is up to you now, William, because that pretty much takes all their actions to run up there and see the guy talking on the radio.
Okay, Joseph, like I said, he was gonna, pop up and shoot through the window when he heard the sniper round. So but then like all of a sudden there was a fucking explosion out of nowhere. So that kind of distracted him. But he'll go ahead and take a burst fire at this radio guy. And I rolled a nat 1.
And you're shooting through the window from outside.
Yeah, and I rolled a nat 1. So
yeah, roll me a d6.
1.
Oh no! You shoot your burst fire through the window, and you see one of Jim's troops as they run into the room appears to be hit by a bullet. He's still standing now.
Well, I mean, to be fair, at least I didn't shoot a rocket at his whole team.
Thank God.
All right, what about any of the rest of your squad?
I don't know. Well, I guess we'll just all run into the building. Williams is, I don't know. I don't even know right now.
Does anybody want to stop and check on your teammate that is laying in the middle of the street bleeding?
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, somebody can stop and do that. Don't forget you have the med kits. That's up to y'all if you want to use them now.
Yeah. Okay. Eddie Day, or as we call him, Double D, runs up to check on Superman. Says, come on, Superman, you're supposed to be resilient to bullets. Unfortunately, I'm not to RP fucking G's by my own fucking team members.
All right, Crystal, let's move on.
Sorry.
See the radio operator. He's yelling a bunch of stuff out as all of y'all move in on him. He's yelling a bunch of stuff across the radio waves. He picks up a Luger and shoots at one of y'all's squad members. He will hit a squad member for 18, and one of your squad members will take 3 points of damage as he's wounded. And of course, it's back to y'all, so y'all can finish him off if you want to.
This ruling meant trainers would no longer enter the water.
Yeah, the operator is riddled in bullets and he dies.
This time that John says he became.
Let's see. Y'all, I'm going to be your squad member. One of your squad members will be injured.
So I'm down to 9 squad members.
No, he's not dead. He's just injured. He got injured.
Okay.
Was made it to where
And Superman, are you going to use a healing deal a med kit on Superman?
Yeah, our guys are gonna, discover what one was roll up our comrades there, and then use all their healing kits to restore back to
All right, it's a D6 plus 2 if you're going to use a med kit.
I got 3 plus 2, that's 5.
And Crystal, he said 5, and you can also do the D2, patching yourself up also.
60 days later, Tillage
Okay.
kills and dismantles Don Branchoff. He knew the truth, and I just couldn't handle it anymore.
3 months later, John left.
So you're down. You have 1 med kit left.
Was leaving CBA a hard decision to make. It was really hard for me.
All right, Superman has 6 HP back.
All right.
Or 6 HP. Brooks will also do a thing to try and patch himself up. And he gets 2 HP back.
Everything is back to quiet as it can be. You start hearing some noise, probably from some of these citizens in the actual village themselves, as they've heard all this. But as far as any of your enemies approaching or anything, no, you don't see or hear anything at this point.
Williams would like to. Some of the men start to get together. They're going to bring Clark into the building, try and get him a place where he can lay at for a second. And Williams is going to try and go to where the radio was, and assuming it's not that the radio itself wasn't destroyed, he wants to put the headset on and see if he can hear anything.
Yeah, you hear a bunch of German talk coming across the waves, and it appears it's all everybody's talking over each other, but it appears that they're converging in different places, trying to get divisions and stuff support to different places.
Okay. Yeah, Williams is gonna be like, all right, Superman, I know you're not feeling well right now, but we need your skills on this. And so they'll put Superman into the radio room, and Superman's gonna get on the radio and see if there's anything specific he can pull out, he can figure out, especially about the town that they're in.
Yeah, he listens for to it, and you do not hear the village of Cambrai. You do not hear it actually worded by mentioned by word. You hear a lot of chatter going on about moving the 12th Panzer Division to the city of Caen, and of getting troops there and everywhere around you. But you actually are listening for a few minutes. You don't hear the actual village of yours mentioned.
Okay, so yeah, he relays that they're not saying anything about it, but the 12th Panzer Division is moving out towards the city, and he'll just kind of relay what they're saying as he's hearing it.
While this is going on, any troops you have outside, they start seeing a small congregation of what they would think would be French civilians that are approaching y'all. Some of them are carrying lanterns. Some of them maybe some type of handmade oil torches and stuff, but they're all approaching your group of people out there to see what has happened.
Jim, you might want to get on that.
So the villagers are coming up?
Yep, you have a group of villagers that are approaching y'all from the inner part of town.
Yeah.
We also have a dead French.
Yeah, one of his soldier, I guess he speaks some French, and Jim tells him to basically translate for him. And Jim, tells him to not to look threatening.
No, I lost you, Jan. You're completely unreadable right now. If you can hear us, Jan, we can't hear you. You're completely zapped out.
The insignia. Can you?
I don't guess he can hear us, Crystal. I don't guess. Oh,
Looks like we lost him.
Yep, he dropped.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Okay, now
Yep.
I can hear.
Yeah. So Jim basically tells one of his French-speaking soldiers in his squad to basically translate for him. He shows. Oh my God, that one guy almost got killed. That one. He tells him to display the U.S. flag and to basically have him say, we're from United States. We're going to be securing this town from the Germans, and we need your cooperation. We're here to liberate you from the oppression of these German soldiers.
let me look at something real quick. If I can find it. Roll me. I think it's 2d6. Let me see. Yep, roll me 2d6. You don't have any kind of modifier for charisma, do you?
Hold on a second. Let me check and see what Jim has. Jim has charisma 14. I guess that gives him 1.
No, you have,
as
to have
a bonus.
you have to have 15 to get a +1. So just be straight 2d6.
Oh,
then.
I got you. I got 2 5s. I got 10.
Hey, that's perfect. You need that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's perfect if you got a 10.
Okay.
Most of them were acting very friendly towards you. You can understand, maybe a few of them are understanding, they're trying to say choppy words back in English. You do see a woman start screaming, appears to probably be about, you would think, in her early 50s, as she runs to the body of the French girl and starts bawling and squalling.
Yeah. We're trying to basically tell her that the German soldier shot her. And some of his men, Jim actually takes off his helmet and gives her his condolences.
Yeah, roll me 2d6 again, -1.
Okay. 3 and 3 -1. That's 5.
Yeah, I mean, she's understands of what's been told to her, but I mean, she is in such a distraught state. Some of the other villagers move in and kind of push you away from her, and they do what they can to try to console her. But the majority of them are acting very, very friendly towards your group, though.
Great. Yeah. So Jim basically, asks the villagers, to confirm the location of the bridges near Kane, and if they could basically point out on the map whether if the information that we have on the map is fairly accurate.
Yeah, if you show them a map of the city of Cannes, and they tell you what they know about it, and it is, they would verify that it appears the map is pretty accurate of what you have. Your group would also know, we'll say time-wise, you would think you have about an hour before daylight.
Cool. Jim basically will be trying to move within about a mile distance of the bridge. And considering that the M2 artillery's range is about 1.1 mile away, he instructs the 2 artillerymen to set up the target, towards where that bridge might be, and to begin bombardment, pretty soon.
So you want to send a mortar squad on towards Cannes, the big city? Is that right?
Well, I mean, the mortar range is about a mile away. So, basically, he's going to try to move his men to about a mile, a single mile's distance away from where that bridge is supposed to be, in more of a secluded area. And he's going to move a little closer to Cannes from where he is in Cambrai, and try to set up for mortar artillery fire to destroy that bridge.
How many people is he sending? Everybody's going?
Well, I mean, he's gonna send about 5 guys.
All right. William, your squad, you hear what Lieutenant Jim is doing and stuff. Do you have any thoughts, or what's your squad?
Their natural habitat.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bad idea. I don't know why he's doing that.
And like I
I
say,
mean, I don't understand what. Like, I'll go. Like, Brooks would go to Jim and go, "Dude, what are you doing?"
well, you would know you have, like I say, about an hour of darkness left before the sun comes out. You would know that.
I mean, like, we're supposed to be securing this village. Why are you sending men out to Khan?
Well, basically because the tanks are going to move in. I mean, that's the communication that we intercepted, right? And in order for them to
Yeah,
reach
we can
Khan,
stop the tanks here. We have bazookas to stop tanks with, and then we can clog up the roads here with the tanks that are trying to move in. That'd be a better idea than sending a squad miles away to take down a bridge.
we're about, according to the map, we're about 3 to 5 miles away from Khan. And considering that the Panzer division could simply move around us, while the movement from the east has to go across that bridge, I think it would be a tactically sound idea to blow up that bridge. And we were told to destroy any targets, infrastructures that may support the movements of these artillery, Panzer division. But I mean, if you have a good hunch that the tanks will be rolling through this particular area, then we could hunker down and try to defend them.
It would be easier for the tanks to use the roads than to cut across the country. The only reason they'd kind of cut across the country is if they had reason to believe that they need to do so. And so far as we know, at this point, they don't. I mean, using my superior planner, Tony, I mean, would that be a reasonable estimation to make?
Roll me a d6, even though you don't have to do it with that. Just roll me a d6.
Well, I mean, Brooks, if you are pretty convinced that it's
I rolled a 3.
idea, then let's do that. We could stay here and follow the plan that you have for us.
Yeah, you rolled a 3. You would know, William would know that is a very risky maneuver of what Jim has just proposed, especially, you would think for just a moment, you overheard the radio transmission earlier. It's something about the 12th SS Panzer Division, the armored division, is going to be headed towards Khan. You would know that is probably one of the most aggressive divisions in this area.
Yeah. So with I forgot. Yeah. So I need to relay that information to them as well. Like SS-12s are moving up to Khan. They're going to be passing by that road. We don't want our men caught out there. It would be better to hold our position here, and let the tanks bring in when those tanks are coming up the main road. We'll hold them here.
Well, Brooks, I'm ready to die for America, but not tonight. Let's do that another day. I think your plan is better. Let's stay here and fortify the town then.
Yeah. So let's get some men into some good positions around here, and maybe find a good field or something we can hide that mortar in. Something they can take down. Something so that they can fire mortars at both of the main roads here.
You have 30 to 40 minutes before daylight is going to hit now.
Okay. So Jim would Brooks would like to set up the men. There is like, can I see that map again, Tony?
Yeah. Let me find it so I can put it back on there. Okay, it should be there.
Okay, yeah. All right, so I'm assuming that the top is north.
Yeah, that may not be actually correct. I don't know, but we're just going to, for this game, we'll say it's north of.
Okay, so let's see. It's kind of blurry for me, but I'll make do. Okay, so it looks like there's one.
Hold on, I can increase the size of that. Hold on, probably. Does that help any where you can see it better?
It's still blurry. I think it's just Hangouts, you know.
Right.
Okay, but I can see where the dot is. Okay, so it looks like there's like a. It looks like there's a road that kind of goes through it, like we're on sort of a crossway.
They don't the green. Don't worry about the green. That's for something else. The gray lines would be your roadways. So I mean, there's like the main road, and then there's a road just outside too. So yeah, don't worry about the green line.
Okay, and Con is north of us.
I'm going to say it would be. That's I don't know really without I don't know historically, but I want to.
Oh, there's Con in the center.
South. Yeah, that's the big red. Con is the big red area.
All right, I was thinking something else. Okay, all right. So yeah, so if we could put a mortar team just north of our position, maybe try and hide them. Are there any grown up fields or anything, or we can maybe hide our?
You have those hedgerows that you come in from. Remember, there's different hedgerows.
Or actually, maybe like hide them over to the west would be better, because then they could bomb that whole road the whole time. So if they did get south of us, we would still be able to bomb them. So I'd say set them up maybe, yeah, just like to the southwest, where that little plus symbol is, basically. I don't know how far away that is, but
you're wanting to put them closer toward the road that goes towards Con, you're saying?
Well, I want them to be away from the road, of course, but I want them to be able to hit the road the whole time.
Yeah, but what I'm asking, though, to make sure I know which road you're going on, you're not going to put them on the road that y'all walked in on. You're going to keep going further inland.
Yeah.
All right. I just wanted to make sure I understood where you're going to put them. Okay. That's where you're putting the mortar.
I want to put them where we can hit both of those roads, because there's two roads. Well, I don't know if we could hit that other road. It's probably too far away. But yeah, I want to be able to bomb the road the whole time.
All right. You're going to send a mortar team with the one mortar and the 20 rounds with the, right?
Yes.
All right. How many guys do you want to send with it? I mean, you'll need at least 2.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll say five men.
All right. Between the 2 squads, you're going to send 5 men with that. Okay.
Yeah.
How far do you want to send them out of town? I mean, how far are you going to send them out of town? Inland. I mean, we'll just use. I mean, are we going to say a mile that far or not?
Using Superior Planner, could I come up with a plan that would be good, or?
You would know you're running out of time as far as before daylight gets here, and to get somebody moving, you're going to have to get them moved pretty fast and quick.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know.
Because I don't really know I don't have a map that shows the actual distance up to where Con is. I don't really know if it's going to be several miles or if it's.
Yeah, no, I'm not wanting to move them to Con. I'm just like.
Well, hold on, but you wanting to move them on the road towards Con on further inland is what you said, right? Because I need to know that.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant that I want them near the village. I just want them, like, even if we can hide them in the village, I just want them in a position where they can bomb the road the whole time.
All right. Well, I mean, you need to decide however to let me know, because I mean that's going to be a factor of where they're going to be at.
Well, one thing that we can do is to basically evacuate the village and have whoever would assume that the soldiers are there to basically move along to an empty village towards that communication center, and we could basically surround the town in a perimeter and bombard that center when they walk into our trap, and surround them and close in. So we would leave the road, wide open on either end, if there's a main road, and we would hide around like the farm area about half a mile away, and pointed towards where they would be once they actually gather around that center of the town.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's what I'm going to need to know to make sure we got it all clarified. Is the
I
first
don't
thing
know.
is,
We're not World War II tacticians here, you know? Like, I mean, I do programming for a living. I don't know a good plan.
well, I mean that's fine, but I mean I just want to make sure I understand. Number one, about the mortar team. Do you want to keep them into the village, or do you want to send them on a little bit out of town, further inland, to where you haven't
Okay.
been, or do you want to send them back on the road from where you come? That's the main
Brooke
thing.
being a tactician, where does Brooke think that the best location would be to put them?
He would
To put
think
them.
he would generally think either road on further inland or back the way you come. I mean, because if there's going to be armored support coming, it could come from either way.
Okay, so Brooks will send the mortar team then towards the road. We'll say a little further inland.
All right.
So that way they have to pass by the mortar team in order to.
Yeah, exactly. If they come from the con area, exactly. If they're coming towards you, they're going to come. That's what I need to know. Okay.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you? And you're sending 5 with the mortar team. I forgot that. What about
does that sound like an optimal number? I mean, again, with Brooks and Jim both being like commandos and everything, I'm assuming they would know.
Yeah, you would think. I mean, because you got 2 people that's going to have to operate it, and you got a 3-man support team. You'd think that's good.
Okay, good. All right. So, one idea I had: would it be a good idea? Would Brooks think it'd be a good idea to put one of the bazookas in the church tower?
Yeah, you have the Watchtower, the big Watchtower, the church deal that somebody can definitely see the area of everything. I mean, you would know that would possibly be a good idea, but if any armored tanks or anything else that had heavy firepower, once they locate where it's coming from, that person's probably not going to make it.
Yeah, true. Okay. Instead, maybe we could have someone up there just as a lookout, maybe on radio to relay to us what's going on. Because we have that German radio, so we could change that to a frequency for our men, right?
No, you're not going to be able to use their radio for y'all's transmissions. No.
Okay. Okay. With the RPG team, can we send one of the bazookas? I mean, with the mortar team, can we send one of the bazookas?
That's totally up to y'all.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea to send one of the bazookas with them as well.
Yeah,
Because
we can say still the 5-man team will be fine with that. We'll say, I mean, that's fine. So that leaves you with 1 bazooka and 10 rounds, and that's one. I guess it would be 9 rounds because one of them was shot earlier.
Yeah. Okay, so with the other team, or with the other bazooka, could we wherever we're gonna set up the mortar with that bazooka, could we send towards the opposite way, mirroring them basically, another say 4-man squad with a bazooka? And then that way they could be hitting from both sides.
You want to send the 2nd bazooka team back towards the road that y'all walked in on during the night, right?
Right.
Yep, I got you.
and I think 4 men for that would be okay.
Yep, I wrote down. And you are setting the rest of you like your main characters, and the remaining, well, it will only be, let's see, that's not be what, about 10 people left. So it'd be your main characters and 10 are going to stay in the village and find some place to stay.
Yeah. And what about Superman? Is he going to be able to do anything, or is he going to be down?
Well, I mean, he's still got HP, right?
Right. I mean, I just I didn't know if how realistically we were going to play it.
I mean, he's shaking up pretty bad, but I mean, he's still in it.
Okay. All right. That radio that we found and we need to destroy. I mean, can we just take that apart or what?
Oh yeah, you could cut all the wires on it or whatever. Sure.
All right. Cool. Yeah, we'll do that. If we can, we'll grab some of the pieces and just smash them on the floor after we cut the wires and stuff. Stomp on them a bit. Let's see. And then, I'll send 2 men into the tower, up in that tower, with binoculars, just so they can watch the roads, and then that way they can alert us whenever men are coming.
All right.
They'll be able to see much further than everyone else, so they'll be able to sit down to us. They're coming. And as soon as they see men coming, they're going to be crawling out of that tower because, there's supposed to be armored vehicles coming this way.
Yep. So what we're going to justify, or not justify, but clarify real quick, we're going to call the South team that is moving on with the mortar. There's 5-man team with the mortar and 1 bazooka. We'll call the South team because they're moving on further inland for game purposes. We have the North team, which is the 2nd bazooka team. It's got 4 members. It's going just north out of town the way y'all walked in. And then we have the Watchtower team of 2 men who are observing right now.
Right. And everyone else is going to be hiding around the village. Okay. We still have a little bit before time. As everyone's moving into position, how badly damaged this car? Could we manually push it?
Hey, Yang, how much damage did you do? Or was it earlier? Do you remember how much damage that mortar did? I mean, that bazooka did?
I believe I did 9 points of damage.
9 points? Yeah, it's pretty bad damaged. Yeah, I mean, you could push it and maneuver it some, but as far as trying to crank it or get it going, it's damaged beyond repair pretty much. But you could try to push it, yeah.
The only thing I want to try and do is push it onto the road so that there's something obstructing the road.
Yeah, you could try to maneuver it enough to block part of the roadway.
Okay, so as soon as
when he tries to do it, I'm gonna suggest, hey, how about we booby trap this thing? Put one of those German corpses in here, and then when they come in to investigate, we could have it wired so that it'll blow it up.
Yeah, we could do that probably, right? Do we have any shape charges or anything?
Unless anybody's playing a combat engineer, all y'all were issued were 5 grenades, 3 frag grenades and 2 smoke grenades. You'd have to rig something up with the grenade.
Yeah, I don't think I'm smart enough to do anything like that. Let's just get the car on the road. At least then we have some obstruction. And also we might could use it for cover, who knows. And then once we push that car on the road, then, we'll all hide.
Sounds good.
All right, all of y'all, you get all this set into place as the sun rises. We're going to the North team with the road that you come in on. And not quite soon after sunrise, where they're able to see first, and the 2 Watchtower guys will see, this is what they see coming down the road towards the village at a pretty high rate of speed. And it appears to be full of German troops. in the back.
Okay. Pretty high rate of speed. So,
As fast as it can go for a half track, let's put it that way.
yeah. I mean, it's probably really hard to hit like a moving target, right?
Well, I don't know. You can always try it.
Come on, it's the 82nd. They can do it.
Yeah. How far until they reach the village?
Your bazooka team would have seen them first. I mean, I was just being on the close to the roadway itself, and I mean, it's just a matter of minutes, if not that long.
Well, the thing is that if we let them actually enter the town and then surround them from elsewhere and blow these guys up, you know, I think it may be a good trap that we can lay down.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm kind of thinking if we could maybe we let them kind of get up and then just like fucking rush them. I mean, the only thing is they have that machine gun, so that's also a risky maneuver.
All right. One thing you got to remember is y'all have only got 11 people in the town right now. Everybody else is not close to you.
Yeah, exactly. I really would like to.
You have no idea how many troops is in this thing. I mean, you may have a guess that if it's a full squad in there, there's a good 10 or 12 German soldiers in there, you would think.
Okay.
So in our squad, Brooks' squad is 10 and my squad is also 10, or are we separated right now?
You sent 5 on the mortar team, so that's 20, knocks it down to 15. You sent 4 to the North Bazooka team, so that knocked it down to 11. So there's only 11 that are actually situated in the town, and 2 of them are in the Watchtower.
I gotcha. Cool.
All right. Yeah. No, I don't think. Well, if the RPG team hits that track there, though, we're not going to be able to get to them, right?
If you're a North Bazooka team tries to attack it before it gets to town, you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could do that. I mean, it's going to take you some time to run out there on foot to get to them.
Right.
I mean,
Right. But okay. Yeah. See, no, that would be a bad idea. So we have to really let it get to town, right? And then could the bazooka team hit it?
Yeah, I mean, my guess is that once we let it just go in without resistance, then they're gonna let their guard down, and they definitely have to investigate what happened to their communication center. And there's that car in the middle of the road, which they either have to go around and they have to slow down, or they have to get out and investigate. So that'll be a good point where we can ambush them and hit them from all sides. And
Right.
my guess is that the tank would be in range of most of our men rather than being outside that perimeter. So I think we should just let it pass for now.
Yeah. I guess the bazooka team would let it pass.
Yep.
Besides, we don't want any other forces that are going to be coming through the road. We don't want to alert them. That, because if we hit them too early.
all right. So a bazooka team that passes a bazooka team on the road, it does not see them. Your 2 guys in the Watchtower, are they going to stay up there, or are they coming down yet?
No, as soon as they see it, and as soon as it's coming, maybe the bazooka team uses like a mirror flasher or something to say, "Hey, we're going to let it pass," and they will flash the commands on the ground that a tank, this half track is coming in, and then they're going to start crawling down the tower.
All right. The half track enters the town, and it stops quite a ways before it gets to where you've pushed the cubal wagon in the roadblock, and it stops there, and it's not doing anything right now.
Okay.
Well, it's not a moving target anymore, so maybe we should hit it.
How far away is North Team?
They're not within distance if you try to shoot a bazooka.
Yeah, I didn't figure. Okay, that's fine. So no, Williams is gonna stay down, and hopefully all of his men will know to do the same. Let them decide what they want to do. I mean, he's gonna let these Germans. He's gonna see what they're gonna do.
Yeah, you wait what seems like an eternity. Of course, it's not. Maybe a minute or two as you start seeing it slowly move up. You start seeing some German panzer grenadiers that are exiting the back of it, armed with a different type of weapons and stuff in uniform, appearing to be walking along the side of it as they're kind of easing up slowly towards where the wagon is.
Okay. How far until they're able to understand what happened with the wagon?
You would probably know. They probably know it now. I mean, they know something is off with that setting them up blocking the street. They know something's not right, of course.
Okay.
Could we maneuver some of our men to position themselves towards the entrance? I mean, not getting close, but aiming towards that entrance to see how many's in there, and then be ready to open fire on whoever is still remaining within that truck.
Roll me a d6 to start with.
Okay. I got 2.
So what you're wanting to do is to move try to stealth some up enough to see how many troops are in this thing and walking along it.
Yeah, I mean, what John would instruct his men to do would be he's going to have some of the guys with rifles, probably like 3 or 4 guys, angle their guns so that they would be able to see what's inside the truck. I mean, they're not actually walking close to it, but try and circle around it, maintaining the same distance to see what's in there.
All right. Some of them try to ascertain maybe troop counts and stuff. And as we do, you see the soldier that is standing up there at the top of it. He's behind the submachine gun on it. Yells something out. And everybody roll initiative. We're going to say y'all have 11 troops there. We'll just split it up, 5 each. But just roll initiative, straight D6. No modifiers for y'all.
4.
William got a 4.
I got 6.
All right, Jim. You know that probably somebody has been spotted by the yelling of the German soldier at this point, and know that they're fixing to. All this is fixing to turn into probably some firefight. You can use your squad deal. We'll go into kind of a mass combat and use this homebrew deal that we used in the last game. If you're going to target the troops or you're going to target the half track.
Well, does he have access to his RPG team again?
No, they're nowhere close. Y'all sent them out of town.
Okay. Do we have any grenades?
You do have. Everybody has, or you have 5 grenades, 3 frag, and 2 smoke.
Okay. I'm gonna tell the men to use their grenade to toss it into the truck, the opening in the truck, the personal carrier entrance, basically. I'm thinking that the whole thing would actually open up like a huge door.
Yeah, it's a big behind the armored part, just like in the picture. I mean, it's all an open area, open top.
Yeah, I instruct the guys to toss in their grenades. 2 guys to toss in their grenades inside the truck, and another guy to toss it to the front wheel.
All
So
right.
3 grenadiers would be making their attacks.
Roll me. Well, it's your whole squad. I mean, we're gonna do it by squad. It's not just individual.
Sure.
Roll me first for the one that goes to the wheel, and roll me an attack. You can have
I got a nat
+1.
20 on that one.
All right, you get it right. It's 2d6 plus 2 damage.
5 points of damage.
All right, and you see it blow out. You want the driver's or passenger side wheel?
It's on the driver's side wheel.
You see the driver's wheel blow off pretty much. Roll me a let me see. I don't know if this thing will work for the. Yeah, roll me a d6 and I'll see if it works for the half track. I'll try.
Just 1d6?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 2.
Yeah, you see a bunch of steam and stuff start coming out from what you would think be the motor compartment too. Is maybe you think you did some damage to a radiator or something also. But the driver's wheel seems to be inoperable.
Awesome.
Roll me attack for the grenades that are going inside of the vehicle.
Okay. I got 2, so that's a miss, I guess.
Ooh, yeah, that's almost a bad. Yeah, they don't get anywhere close to the deal. William, we're up to you and your little squad.
So I would like my men to shoot at the machine gun, but also if I can, I would also like to try to toss a grenade into the top of the thing.
Yeah, the men are going to shoot the machine gunner.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can just the straight D20, no modifiers for that group.
$16.
Yeah, they're able to hit. Some bullets are able to go in and hit the machine gunner.
Okay, and can they toss a grenade or could?
How much damage? I'll roll your damage.
Oh, sorry. 4 + 1, 5.
Yeah, you see him fall and slump over back into the half track.
Okay. So as he does that, can someone try and pop a grenade in the top?
Yeah, I thought your character actually was going to do that. Sure.
Yeah, that's sure. Yeah, William himself will try and do that. 19.
Yeah, it's able to go in there. So 2d6 plus 2 damage.
Okay. It's a 6 and a 4, so it's 12 damage total.
Yeah, you see a lot of it blow out, and this thing's not moving at all now. It seems to be sitting in the middle of the street. The soldiers that are around it, they are going to, let's see. They are going to open fire and target towards your group, Yang, your squad. So roll me a d10 to start with. Tell me what you get.
All right, here we go. I got 3.
All right, you will go down to a d8. So roll me a d8.
I got 1.
Whew. You are losing part of your troops. You see some of your troops falling down as they seem to be taking pretty good aim. So you're down to a d6 if you want to continue or if they want to retreat back.
We're gonna continue.
All right, roll a d6.
3.
You're down to a d4. You have 2 people left in your squad.
Yeah, we retreat.
All right. You see these German soldiers take very good aim as the firefight just blasts into back and forth as they take pretty much all of your 5 members of your squad out except 2 of them as they retreat back. And we are back up to the top to you, Jim. You and your 2 people are left. You're muted, Yang, if you're...
Oh, I thought that was my that was the end of my turn. What did you?
No, that was the German soldiers that did
Okay.
that. So it's back to you. It's back to your turn.
Okay. Yeah, they retreat back and reconvene with Crystal's group because we don't want to take the brunt of the fire and just get annihilated. But as they retreat, they fire back at the Germans. I'm gonna basically say, "We're the death from above. We go all the way." And then we say, Jim basically tells them, "Retreat, but return fire." And these guys are shooting back.
All right, you're going to shoot back at the group as a group. So roll a D10 again. We'll start back at D10.
10. They got 6.
All right, you won that one. They're down to D8. You stay at D10. Let's go down to D8.
D8. They got 6 again.
You beat them again. They're down to D6. So you stay at D10. Oh, I know you're going to beat them with a 1.
Okay. I got 6 again.
Yeah, you see your group in the firefight takes down all but 2 of these German soldiers as they're trying to find a hiding place to run behind the half track and stuff. So we are up to you, William.
Williams is going to try and finish off the Germans that are left.
All right.
I mean, his squad is.
Yep, D10.
Oh, I roll a D10?
Yep.
Oh, okay. 5.
Somehow those 2 soldiers fight your group off enough that they had a 7. So you'll go down to a D8.
Okay. And Williams himself, can he burst on one of them, or
We'll do him individual if you want to, but right now we're doing the group.
okay.
So roll D8.
Oh. 6.
All right, you'll go down to a D6 now because they're still holding their ground.
Okay.
So roll D6.
3.
Yep, you're down to a D4 as you see a lot of your squad is being taken out. You have 3 members left in your squad right now.
Okay.
They can continue or retreat.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 3, so your squad is pretty much decimated now. You have no
Okay,
squad
cool.
members. So it's
Great.
you. There's 2 German soldiers that have taken out your squad of 5 or 6, but they're still here. You can do your individual action now.
Okay, cool. I'll open burst on one of them. I rolled an 8.
You don't want to try to hit both of them, you said?
Oh yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. I rolled an 8, so either way I miss.
All right, yeah, you'll miss them then. They are going to, you see both of them start running back the way the half track come from. They're running back down the road away from town. You see no other soldiers get out of the half track. You see these 2 that were walking alongside of it that were left. You see them run back towards, running pretty much where your bazooka team is.
Okay.
Anybody want to fire at them while they're retreating or not?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna tell 2 of my guys to fire at him. Let's get him.
Yeah, just roll a straight attack for this because they're not trying to fight back right now. They're just running away.
I got 12. Do I add any bonuses or
Plus 1, so yeah, that 12 is going to hit. So roll damage.
1d6?
Yep.
They got 5.
You see one of them fall on the pavement or the stone there and fall down. William, would you like to take out the other one?
Yeah, sure. And 7, so I didn't.
Oh, man. No, you see your bullet ricochet off some of the stone roadway as he keeps running. He's getting closer and closer to the bazooka team who can, of course, take him out as he runs by if they want.
Yeah, they will.
Yep. And no other German soldiers are around right now.
Okay. So did we win?
You look at your deal and you see You see William, you see Jim, and you see two of your soldiers that are left actually in town. So there's 4 of y'all in town left.
It's just 4 of us.
Yep.
You still have, of course, the 5-man mortar team, the 4-man bazooka team.
Yeah, but I mean, we can't tell them to come back or anything, so.
Let's get them to. Let's reconvene with the rest of our troop. Because if we remain here, I don't think we'll be able to repel any attacks.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So what's the plan?
I guess to go tell our troops to come back or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if we can do that.
Well, I mean, you can walk out to them. I mean, it's not a, I mean, you're going to have to walk to them, but I mean, there's.
Yeah, I mean, we walk out there and, basically we try to come up with the newer plan because definitely most of our men died, defending this area.
Jim can go get the bazooka team up north, and Williams will go down south to get the other team.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
you have to do that, and now you are up to 13. You should have 13 to go.
Sounds good.
Neat.
What's the next step? Any preparations or anything you want to take?
Considering that the road where those guys came from is in one direction, we could basically fortify that same direction, I guess. Because they're trying to pass the town from one direction to the next and, head over to Khan or something. So, since we sort of figured out which direction the enemies are attacking, we could fortify that particular area.
Can we take the light machine gun off of the truck?
No, it was destroyed with the grenade blast.
Okay, cool.
You don't find anything salvageable that you could use off of the half track.
Great. Okay, so I guess we'll just wait in the town for the next group of people to come through.
We could also, do we have any more guns? What the fallen soldier carried, that was some of our guns. But Jim's going to try and see if he could convince some of the townsfolk to take up arms and see if they would be willing to help us out in defending the town.
Roll me 2d6 minus 2.
I got 7 as a result.
With the minus 2?
Yeah. So I rolled 9 on the die, and minus 2 is 7.
Let me look at something real quick.
So, I'm
You
thinking that...
You see what you would think would be the leader, or not the leader, I mean, kind of like the town's elders or whatever, is they have a discussion amongst themselves and they come back to you and, they pretty much tell you that none of them are fighting people and that, that they can't afford to do anything. They've got to stay neutral.
Okay.
And they return to their homes.
Cool. He asks, would they be willing to actually have us hide in their homes to, lay an ambush on the Germans if they come?
No, they tell you can use any of the buildings where there's nobody at, but they don't want you in their homes to jeopardize a scatter around hitting one of them.
Understood. Yeah, I tell my RPG team to actually get up on the tower. Actually, a couple of guys to go up on the tower to...
We've already discussed why that's a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's one of the biggest target, right? So
Yeah. So might as well just stay on the ground and wait for the next fleet or whatever that's coming through.
yeah, for the RPG team, I guess they can set up an other roof, not the tallest tower, because they'll likely get a better vantage point and it won't be as an obvious a target. So I send one of my RPG guys on top of a roof.
Yep, that'll be fine. Like they can get on the roof of a building where they can have a little bit better sight and all that. And let's take us about a 3 minute bio break to just take a break and step up, and we'll come back and go from there. Maybe I'd give you all some refreshments about
Sure.
plan stuff out.
Sure.
I am back.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Yep, I'm here too.
Cool.
I'm back.
All right. I guess we're all here then. All right. Jan, the bazooka team that you want to, you're going to send them on top of the building and all that. You still have another bazooka and a mortar. How would y'all want to proceed from there?
The mortar team would have their mortar trained near the wreckage because that's going to serve as a roadblock. So my mortar guys would be training one over there. Per team, we have 2 mortars, right?
Nope. There's just one. Just
Okay.
one.
If that's the case, then I'm actually going to have the mortar team aim their target a little further up the road, away from the a little away from the wreckage, and the RPG guy would basically have his RPG trained at the wreckage, but he's also keeping his eyes on whatever's coming from far away, and he's going to be in a shouting distance to the mortar team to adjust their distance.
All right. And just to go over this again so we have clarification, you have north and south. North would be the road that y'all come in on. You have one bazooka team that is watching that from the top of the roof. Does the mortar team want to set up to lob shells that path or back south towards Con?
My team would be setting it up the road, the same direction where we came in from, the north.
All right, so the mortar team wants to face north. Okay.
Yeah, my mortar team would.
Well, there's only one. There's only one mortar. There's only one mortar for everybody.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I mean, if that's the case, what do you think, Crystal? Should we face opposite directions so that we cover both directions on the road?
No, we'll just face the same direction.
Because I'm split on it, because either way, if they're coming through the town, then they're going to stop close to where that roadblock is with the wreckage. So we could either have it a little bit north, a little bit south. It's up to you.
I mean, I would say just face it the same direction, because if they come from the opposite direction, which there's really no reason that they should, but if they do, like, we can just change the direction of the mortar. It shouldn't be that big a deal.
Yeah, mortar setup may take a little longer, but RPG definitely would be able to just turn around and shoot. So, yeah, for now, let's have it so that the mortar team is facing north also.
All right, mortar team and both bazooka teams are going to cover the north road. Nobody's covering the south. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, we're all ready to die, so let's just get it over with.
Yeah, I mean, the bazooka guy is actually up on top of a roof. So he's watching north of the road, but should there be a signal from south, he could just turn around and shoot from there. So, I think in my team there were 2 guys, right?
Well,
Two guys.
13. There's 13 guys left.
Yeah,
so want to split them up.
There are a couple of guys that survived in my team, so I'm gonna have them actually face south without actually having a mortar or RPG. They'll train their rifles and keep an eye on the rear, and
there's 13 guys left, so we'll have 5 guys face the south, and you know what? We can have one of those guys have a bazooka. That's fine. And then the other bazooka is facing north along with the mortar team.
Right.
And there's like 6 of us. So
yeah, that sounds good. Cool.
We will start. It feels like hours go by, but it really doesn't. We'll start with what you see from the south coming from the larger city of Cannes. You see one of these as it's racing down the road full of German troops in the back of this thing. It's coming in towards from Cannes.
hit it with a bazooka.
bazooka team is going to take aim at the German Opel truck.
Yep.
All right, perfect. Roll to hit.
18.
18 will hit it. Damage will be 8d6.
30.
30 damage total. Okay. 11 leftover. Let's see. You see the front of a truck explode, of course, killing the driver automatically. You see 4 German soldiers in the back fall over, appear to be dead. And you see the rest of them start scrambling out of it onto the ground. You're going to see, let me see here. You see what you think 6 to 8 of them are scrambling out on the ground, getting ready, armed.
Can we start shooting at them with our rifles?
You can. You can actually have a free round on them.
Okay. What do I need to roll to do that?
If your squad guys are going to do it, just roll d20. They have +1 to hit.
Oh, nat 20.
Yeah, they take out. I'll tell you what, roll me a d8.
5.
They're able to take out 5 of them, so there's 3 of them left.
Nice.
What about Jim? Did Jim have any people? You didn't have any people facing that way, though, really, did you?
No.
All right. So, yeah, Crystal, does your main character want to try to take out one?
Yeah. Are there 2 of them together? Because if so, I'll go ahead and try and do it.
Oh, yeah, they're kind of in confusion right now. I mean, you've kind of got them in confusion of what's going on.
All right, so that'll be a -2 to hit.
-2 to hit.
I rolled a 6.
Oh, no. Yeah, you spray some bullets out their way, but it just doesn't get them as they're trying to jump down in a ditch or something.
Must be crooked.
Huh. You see all 3 of them. They are pretty much trying to hide in a ditch, it would seem, trying to try to find some kind of cover or concealment or something. And that's pretty much all they're doing right now, trying to get their wits about them. The truck, you can tell, is definitely inoperable.
Okay.
So it's back to your group, Crystal, really. I mean, you're the only one facing that way right now. What is it? Your bazooka team?
Can my squad shoot at the people in the ditch?
Yeah, they're kind of behind concealment. So, I mean, they could, but it's going to be -2 to try to, if you're going to try to hit them with hand weapons, rifles and stuff, I mean.
Okay, what do I have to roll?
Just D20, -2.
I got a 14 -2.
So 12, yeah, you're able to hit, let me see. You hit one of them, so you take another one out. There's 2 of them left.
Okay. And then Williams himself will try to burst shot one of them.
All right, so it'll be
and he rolled a 2.
Well, that would be a negative then. So yeah, he missed again.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty sure my barrel's crooked or something. Williams demands someone else hand him his gun. Hand him another gun.
These 2 are going to try to get their wits about them and shoot towards your group now, but they can see where the fire is coming from. One of them will hit one of your squad members, and I'm sure 5 points will kill them. So you've lost a squad member to rifle fire. So y'all are down to 12 people. It's pretty back next to you, William, your group. You're muted, Crystal, I guess, if you're...
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Williams will tell everyone to retreat back so he doesn't lose any more men. But he's going to try and burst fire on the guy that took down one of his other men.
All
and
right.
This time, I rolled a 19.
So 19 -4 is 15. You hit him.
Okay, so
And you
5
kill him.
damage on him.
Yeah, you kill him.
I'm guessing there's still one left.
Yeah, and you see him jump up and start trying to pull out. Appears to be kind of some type of white ribbon or something. Maybe like he's trying to give up. He's standing in the middle of the road.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure. Williams will. Yeah, have his gun. He'll, and he has basic German, so he'll tell the guy, toss gun. No, like toss it.
Oh yeah, he's already dropped it. He's not holding his gun. He's just trying to hold his white ribbon up.
Okay. So yeah. So sure, we'll take him captive.
Yeah, he doesn't give you any kind of resistance if you approach him, and he starts walking towards you holding this white piece of handkerchief or whatever he has, and you pat him down. He doesn't have any kind of other weapons. I mean, he has his bayonet, but I mean, you take it off of him. He doesn't give you any resistance.
Okay, cool. Tie him up. Yeah, I'm sure that there's some rope around the town, right?
Yep, you're able to do that.
Tie him up in that main building that we first attacked that has a huge hole in it. And then is Clark still alive?
Yeah, I would think so.
All right, so after we all kind of talk about what to do for a second, we don't see any signs of any other soldiers coming, right?
Nope, but we're gonna stop your actions of what's going on. We're gonna jump over to the North Road. The North Road of where Jim and his crew is. Jim, after you see all this battle going on and see Williams' group take care of it, for a few moments you hear a noise coming down the road. You see two of these coming down the road from the road that y'all walked in on the night before, coming to Watchtown.
Yeah, John basically yells for Williams to reinforce the area because there's definitely we're gonna need a lot more firepower to stop these guys. Once they're actually in range, I'm gonna order the artillery fire team to, lob their volley, and also the bazooka team to basically aim for the wheel. The driver's side wheel again, to take out the first gear on that tank.
Yeah, they're both coming straight on towards you. The front of them are facing you coming down the road. They're behind each other, probably a good 20, 30 feet distance apart. If you want to do, I guess, a called shot to try to take out a track, I'm going to let you do that, but it's going to be, you want to use a bazooka, you said?
Yeah.
You can do it, but it'll be a -4 to hit if you want to do a called shot.
Okay, he's going to use his tactician ability to boost up the morales. That gives, I believe, +2 bonus for his allies to hit.
What is that under? Tactician?
Yeah. Tactician ability.
Yeah, the rally deal? For rally?
Yeah, I was muted. Yes, the rally.
All right, so it'll be a -2 then, just a -2 then, instead of -4.
Yeah, he's gonna do that call shot, and let's hope for the best. And he does 10. I roll 10, so that's 8. I believe that's a miss.
Yep, scratch off a bazooka round as it misses bad.
Okay. And the artillery guys?
Yeah, the mortar group wants to shoot at it, okay?
Yeah. Natural 20.
Yeah, you land a mortar round. You want to shoot at the first or second one?
The first one.
Yeah, they land a mortar round on top of it. So roll damage. I don't know how much a mortar is. I have to look it up. Unless you've got it wrote down or remember. It's 2d6 plus 2.
3d6 plus 2.
No, 2d6
2D.
plus 2, like the rest of explosives.
Here we go. Got 10 points of damage.
Yeah, that's good. You notice some of the reinforced hulls and stuff has been damaged, so you hit it pretty good.
Nice.
That was pretty much your surprise on them. Roll d6 for initiative.
Are they slowing down or are they just plowing through?
They're still coming.
Hmm.
Jim and William, y'all can both have a +1 to your initiative.
Oh man, I rolled 1.
So you have 2 then?
Yep.
What about William? You there, Crystal?
Yeah, sorry, my mouse stopped working for a
Oh,
second.
that's okay.
Okay. Let's see. I'm still in the building with the guy, right?
Yeah, but what'd you get for initiative? D6 plus
Oh,
1.
I'm sorry. 6.
All right, perfect.
So 7.
Yep. You can lead us out with yourself and your group as you hear the mortar and the bazooka go off and hear call for support.
Okay. Well, then I guess we'll leave the German locked in one of these rooms then. Our little prisoner locked in one of these rooms for now. And yeah, we'll head out to help with the to help support. And I guess we just see this tank when we get out there.
There's 2 of them coming down the road.
2 of them. Great. Okay. Are there any men with them?
Nope. All you see is 2 tanks coming in.
Huh. That seems weird. Okay. William's gonna take his team. He's gonna are they are they swiftly approaching the town? Are they slowing down at all?
No, they're not slowing down. They're coming on hard at it.
Okay.
Especially after one of them just got hit.
Right. Okay, I guess I'll have my RPG guy shoot at him too. I guess the same one.
The first one, okay.
I rolled a 14.
That will miss it
Okay.
as it goes just off center of hitting it.
Okay.
What about your main character? Does he want to do anything, William?
No, not really. I guess just kind of say. I mean, there's nothing he can really do about this right now.
All right.
So just kind of keep his head down.
Jim, you and the tanks both had a 2, so what would you like to do, Jim? You individually in your group?
He's going to use that rally again. I think he could do it every single round, or is it up to 3 times per day?
Yeah, you're just going to use, that's what your individual deal is going to be, use rally?
Yeah. He's
All
going
right.
to use rally and then instruct the RPG team to, again, aim for the tank. Actually, this time he's not going to do a cold shot. He's just going to straight out, hit the tank.
Right?
Oh man, a natural 1.
Oh no. Yeah, it something with the bazooka. Actually, the shell is something wrong. You're going to have to spend the next round. You won't be able to use it next round as you're trying to clear a breach out of it. Something happened.
Okay, yeah, he does that. And the artillery team is gonna use their thing to try and blow it up.
Try to hit it again, okay?
And oh man, I rolled 9. So that's +2, 11.
Yep, that goes off. Well, it'd be another +1 because each round you get to add a +1. Never mind. I'm sorry. That's for non-moving targets. These things are moving, so it don't matter. But yeah, you miss it. You miss it.
Yeah. Does the character? Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that's all of his actions.
Yep, you used rally, so that ends that. The lead tank is going to pretty much only targets it really sees now is your squad, Jim, that has been shooting at it and hit it. It is going to use suppressive fire from that machine gun sticking out of the front of it. And it's going to spray a 20-foot cone of bullets to try to pin all of y'all down. Make a save for yourself, Jim, and make one save for your troops.
Yep. I got 10 for myself. My troop has rolled natural 1.
So everybody failed on the save. Y'all will all take 7 points of damage as machine gun bullets strafe out and hit you. Let me see. I'm going to say you're going to lose 2 troops to that. So y'all are down to 10 troops now. And you'll take 7 points individually yourself.
Okay.
The second tank starts maneuvering off the roadway, kind of on the edge of the ditch, like it's going to either pull up next to this one or come on around it, is what it's doing. And that's all you see it do for right now. So, William, we're back up. Do what?
If everyone took 7 damage, Superman's dead.
No, did you not hear? Your group's not up there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought, okay, never mind.
Your group is not in the area of where this one. This was traversing fire at. It was traversing fire at Jim's group.
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought we were all in the same area.
Well, you kind of are, but it's directing the fire towards Jim's group of people.
Okay, sorry.
So it's back up to you and your group, Will.
Shoot a rocket, I guess. That's all I can do, really, right?
All right, shoot a bazooka. The first one or the second one that come around it?
Doesn't matter. I'll roll a 2.
All right. What about individually?
Again, there's not really anything he can do, so just
All right.
nothing, I guess.
Jim, we're up to you and your group then.
So Jim's gonna lob a grenade at the tank's gear on the track.
You're going to have to move up closer to it. You want to run up closer and take a chance.
Actually, he does not, considering that he just got hit for 7 points of damage. He's going to use his rallying cry again. He's going to say, we can do this, guys, until the last of us. We're going to accomplish our mission. So that adds
so
+2.
Bazooka team's going to try to hit him, okay?
Yeah, bazooka team's trying to hit that same tank. Rolled an 8, so that's 10. I believe that's a miss. Artillery team's going to try one more time. And this time they roll 17 on the die, +2, 19.
Yeah, so the mortar round hits the first tank again?
Yeah, the same tank. And does 5 plus, what was it, 2d6 +2?
Yep.
Okay, so it does 7 points of damage on that vehicle.
Yeah, you notice that it's starting to smoke some and stuff. It still seems to be operable, but you've done some damage to it.
Nice.
We go to the tank's turn. The first one, the one you just damaged, it's going to continue to suppress the fire from the machine gun. You can either try to find cover or concealment, or you can try to stay out in the open, and it's up to you.
Yeah, definitely concealment.
Cover is going to give you -4 on return fire. Concealment gives you -2, and if you stay out in the open, it's -1. But it also affects the damage you take also. I'm going to say that there is a building that y'all can try to get close to run behind.
Yep, that's what we do. He's going to say, take cover behind that building now. And
Yeah, your squad's able to do that and get away from the suppressive fire of them.
Great.
Let's see. The second tank, let me see if it notices Williams' group. It notices kind of a general area. William, is your bazooka team, were they trying to stay like close to a building, or are they out in open?
No, we were definitely staying close to the building, the one that we're holding the German in.
All right, perfect. Yeah, it doesn't seem to notice you. It's come around the first tank though, is it's not taking any damage, so it's coming around the first one and moving on into town. You would think it's taking lead, and that's all they do for right now. So we're back up to you, William.
I get one gut check, right?
Yeah, and you also see that tank that just come around it. It's the one that has the armor on the side. You see it's more armored up with these side panels, and you know it's fixing to be on top of y'all pretty quick.
All right, this is what I want to do in my gut check. Williams is going to grab the bazooka, and and he's going to just tell the others get behind fire, or get behind cover, basically, And what Williams is going to do is he's going to run up around one of the buildings where he can see the tank, and he's going to use his gut to use the bazooka to fire off and hit that machine gun dead on.
The machine gun is sticking out of the front of it?
Yeah, he wants to hit that machine gun dead on with the bazooka.
Yeah, and you're going to target the first one that's coming into town.
Right.
Okay.
So just roll a D6.
Yes, you'll have a 3 out of 6 chance then.
Oh, rolled a 2.
Yeah, you're able to fire the bazooka, so roll damage for the bazooka.
All right, that's 2D6.
No, it's 8d6 for the bazooka.
Oh yeah, that's right, 8D6. Okay. Oh, crap. Mouse is going weird. Hold on. Total of 18.
18. It's still maneuvering, but you did quite a bit of damage. You see pretty much a hole there where that machine gun was sticking out the barrel of it's not there anymore.
Nice.
So you're able to do that. Anything your troops want to do? They don't have the bazooka right now, but is there anything else they'd want to do?
They're just going to try and get behind cover right now.
All right, they're able to do that, no problem. Well, back to you then, Jim. As you see William run up there and take out the machine gun barrel out of the first tank.
Inspired by the feat, he instructs the guys to aim for the machine gun on the second tank as well. And we fire a RPG round on it.
You want to use your gut check for this game to do that?
Yeah.
All right, 3 out of 6 chance, D6.
Okay. D6. I got 4.
You missed that, but you can go ahead and make it just a regular attack on it if you want to then.
Okay. 13 plus 2. Williams himself is actually using that crying rally again. Yeah.
15.
It's 15. Yeah.
So you hit the first tank.
How much damage would that be?
8d6.
8d6?
Yep.
Oh. Let me get this. 8. I rarely ever get to roll a bunch of these dice. Here we go. Woo! There we go. It's 10, 20, 27.
You see the tank smoke.
28. I'm sorry. 28.
Start boiling out of it and moving out of it. You're pretty sure you've completely disabled this and possibly killed all of the crew in it. So it is not moving at all. The
Nice.
second tank is in position to notice y'all. Hopefully, some of y'all. Let's see what it's going to do. It takes aim towards your group, Jim. The machine gun has been disabled, but you see the turret of it turn towards your direction of where your group is. And let me get enough dice here. You're going to see the barrel take aim at the building of where you and your group is. And 10 points of damage to you, Jim, individually.
Okay.
As a shell hits the side of the building, explodes. That will take out three more guys of yours. So you're down to 7 people left, plus your main characters.
Oh, man.
Are you still up?
Yeah, he is.
All right. But yeah, I mean, your ears are ringing and stuff as this explosion goes off, tearing part of the building and killing 3 of your squad and injuring you. But we will back up to you, William. You see this happening.
Did you say 10 points of damage?
Yep, 10 points individually to you.
Okay, hold on.
All right. Yeah, Williams didn't have time to grab another thing. Tell you what, the Leon, who was actually the guy carrying the RPG, he runs up to where Williams is after he sees everything that's going down. So Williams will hand him the RPG so that he can reload it. And I have 2 other people left in my squad, right?
7 total. So, I mean, however many you want to say is with you.
Okay. I'm going to say that Williams and 3 other of his men are all actually going to start running just at the tank. I mean, you know, that like they don't have their machine gun anymore. And Williams is going to run to where that machine gun was with his rifle up. If he sees any Germans in there, he's going to start shooting. The other 3 men are going to try and like get on top of the tank.
Yeah, your guys are able to scramble up on it, we'll say, and do all that. I'll actually let you shoot inside the tank if you want to, just with your rifle. You going to do a normal shot or burst?
I'll burst it.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, I rolled a 9, so I'm pretty sure I just hit armor.
Yeah, it hits pings off the armor and stuff. You just not judged your exact location quite yet.
Okay.
We'll be back to Jim then. You're muted, Young, if you're trying to.
Yeah, I'm trying to switch the app. Yeah, so Jim, he's pretty much mortally wounded, but he's still able to move. He tells his men to give him like about 3 grenades, and he takes his own. So he's got like 4 grenades right now, and he says, "All right, get back, man, get back!" And then he's actually charging at the tank right now. Once he's actually close to the tank, he tries to throw himself on the damaged weak spot of it, and he pulls the pin, detonating himself and the rest of the grenade on top of that spot.
Wait, are you going to the? Are you?
He's doing
running
kamikaze.
That my men are crawling on top of right now?
Oh shit! No, he's not gonna do that. No. Yeah, cancel that then. Yeah, he's basically sitting back and ordering his men to actually do the same, climb up on top of the tank and shoot at whatever holes that they could find.
Yeah, they're able to, with Williams, people who've got up there, they're able to all scramble on top of the tank at this point. The tank is going to...
So does he get to make any attack?
No, he used all their actions to do that. To get on top of the tank right now and prepare to do something maybe. The tank is going to shoot another shell in the direction of where it just shot. Oh my gosh, that's 2 1s. So that's 4. Jim, if you didn't move from that area, you'll take 4 points of damage.
Yeah, he takes 4 points of damage.
Yeah, because I rolled 2 1s plus 2. So yeah, minimal damage as a shell goes swinging by in that area. And we are back up to you then, William. Your men are on top of the tank.
Okay, Williams had shot at those men from earlier. And so I'm going to say that last time, as he fired off that last burst into the tank, there's a ping and his gun is out of ammo. So quickly, just hit the moment, he throws his rifle down and pulls out his pistol and starts to fire inside again. Just anything that he can see.
All right.
And I rolled another 9.
Oh man. Your bullets.
The men that are on top of the tank are going to start trying to open the top of the hatch.
Roll me a d20. They're going to be able to do it, I'm sure, but just roll me a d20.
Okay. 5. The dice have turned against me.
They're able to do it, but as soon as they do it, your guy that opens it, there's a German tank commander there with a Luger and takes a shot at him.
Okay.
Oh man, he'll take max damage too, 6 points.
Ooh.
So that kills him.
All right.
But the rest of them were able to do something. Is the hatch has been open. Your one guy shot, he falls back dead, of course, but the other ones up there can do something real quick.
One of the men, like I have 2 men left up there. So one of the men will hit that guy with the butt of his rifle, and the other man will pop a grenade in the top of the tank.
Yep, roll the damage for the grenade, man. Are you gonna wait? Or are you gonna close the hatch back?
We're gonna. I say they're just gonna jump off.
Okay.
Like once he sees that, once they that was kind of like the plan they came up with among themselves, kind of,
Yeah, we'll say, of course, Jim's troops are going to jump off too. I mean, everybody would know to do that, so sure.
All right, that's 9 damage.
9 damage?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You hear yelling and screaming, in German for a moment down inside of the tank. But you're not sure, you just don't know if there's still any of them that would still be alive or not, but it did do something. The tank's not moving right now.
Okay.
Well, somebody pulled Captain America. Nice.
So yeah, Jim, I guess we're back to you and your group. Your guys jumped safely off of the tank. They're staying there, of course, next to it there if they want to do anything.
Yeah, actually, they stayed back for a little while to see what's happening. And when nothing actually moves, one of the guys climb up there and reopens the hatch to see the gory inside of this terrible scene.
All right, roll me a d20.
All right. 16.
Your guy that opens the hatch is shot with a pistol. He'll take 5 points of damage, so that kills another one of your troops, as one of the German tank troopers are still alive inside of the hatch.
Ooh.
So would the rest of them like to do anything now? But another one of your guys has been shot.
Lob a grenade.
You gonna drop a grenade? Yeah, drop a grenade down there.
Yep, he drops a grenade and closes the hatch once more.
So yep, roll me some damage for the grenade.
Is it 4d6 or
2d6 plus 2?
2d6 plus 2. 8 plus 2, 10 points of damage.
Oh, hey, I forgot to add my +2 a while ago. That was supposed to be 11.
Well, it don't matter. Whatever Jim's guy just did, you're pretty sure you hear another scream, and then it's silence. The tank is not moving. The turret is, had turned around where it was shooting at that building earlier, but it's not moving. You heard one more scream, and it seems to be still now.
I don't know how he survived the first time. All right. Williams will quickly grab his rifle and begin to reload. And I'll say Clark. Clark's still back in the building. I'll say like some of my other men will go up to where that missing turret is, and with their guns, and they'll start like looking inside, like making sure there's no movement.
No, there's not a missing turret. I said the turret had just turned when it shot the building. I mean, y'all.
I mean the machine gun where he blew a hole in it earlier.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing coming from inside of it. There's quick assessment. You see yourself and Jim, and you see 5 of your men that are left, but you see nothing else. Any type of adversarial going on at all.
Okay.
Nice. I just realized that I haven't utilized my second character, Sam, at all.
Well, Sam's dead.
Yeah, he had better stats than Jim, actually.
You don't see any more tanks coming into town, any more trucks full of troops or anything. It seems to be in your area right now back to silence.
Once we get reloaded and stuff like that, and they're kind of like regrouping to figure out what we're gonna do, Clark would like to go into the room with that German, and Clark's a charmer, so he'd like to be able to start talking to that guy. Like he'll, of course, in fluent German, he'll offer him like a cigarette, say, sorry, so many men had to die today. I lost a lot of good friends myself,
Yep, and
this war is hell on both of us,
Before you get started on that, why don't we go into the best part of the game and tell me how the story ends? Crystal, go ahead. You can, both of y'all's main characters made it. So start out with how it's going to end there with Superman, what he's doing.
All right, yeah. So Superman simply, like I was saying, he goes in his room and he chats friendly with this German guy, and then he'll start just basically getting information out of this guy, like, so how many men were headed this way, and how many men are going to the city, and basically just getting any kind of detail out of the guy that he can. Maybe something that is said or something actually ends up helping the war effort in some way. As that happens, as for Williams, he ends up getting his patches and stuff healed up. He eventually forgives Jim for the order for the rocket launcher into the building earlier, but that day wouldn't be today. Yeah, and just joking. And then one of Williams' men that manages to live but was badly injured was Joseph Edwards. And if you want to know what happens with Joseph Edwards, well, you can tune in to Bandit Outpost tomorrow, and see what happened with him.
All right, Jan, tell me about how your story ends for your 2 main characters after this fierce battle that you were able to take it.
So Grunt, Sam Rhodes, who we haven't really heard about. It was Sam actually who manned that RPG that did a severe blow, that landed a severe blow on that tank near the end. And Sam has survived the war completely intact. He returned home to Seattle, Washington, and there he became a teacher. For the next couple of decades or so, he told his history class students in a high school the terrible events during World War II, and in the end, he was able to, you know, have students who grow up with the responsibility that without sacrifice, freedom would not be the luxury that they would have, nowadays. And so that's him, and he actually does live a happy life for next, 2 decades after. Now we turn to our Lieutenant John. John comes back, but he's severely wounded. He lost the left arm, he lost his right ankle, and he went blind in one eye. And now the year is 2019. You have a very elderly gentleman who is crippled, who stands at a podium at a D-Day commemoration here on Long Island. And you see the frail man give a speech about the time that he landed behind the enemy line and lost majority of his good war buddies. But in the end, he tells us to, be on the lookout for tyranny and never to let our guard down. And that freedom, the cost of freedom is, as you can see, very real. And we should always really appreciate what we have. So that's how it ends for my characters.
All right, perfect. The story ends with you, Jim, and you, William, and your squad of 5 men that are left. But you had 20, you're down to 5. You're able to hold the continue to secure the small village of Cambrai. No more troop trucks come in, no more tanks. It seems like time drags on forever and ever. In fact, it really does. It's the next day before you start seeing any of the Allied troops that are getting close to you and getting support. You've tried to contact them on your communications, your radio, backpack, and you never get any type of answer, just a bunch of static. You discover it appears that a rogue shell hit y'all's backpack radio and took it out. But you're finally able to get the support you need. You get back to your divisions, and the story is end for all of you as you just said it did. Of course, the war continues on for almost another year before the end of the German Reich. And that's pretty much how the story will end. No matter what your feelings are on war and the military and stuff, I hope that generations to come never forget the sacrifice that was made on June 6th of 1944 and the continuing months and stuff to end the Nazi regime so that freedom would ring from that watchtower and still does across the world. That will be the end of the adventure using Operation White Box, again, by Pete Spahn, a World War II system using the White Box system. And the operation was homebrewed by myself and called Operation Watchtower, and a lot of the rules and things were changed to try some homebrew stuff too. But thank both of y'all for playing, and hope everyone enjoys the message it's given for this. Thank y'all.
Thanks a lot for running.